Good afternoon. Precision-A.C.T.S is honored to be in the field at GenX Security Solutions. I am joined by Miss Wendy Hikes and Mr. Spencer Muir, and just wanted to do a quick video about their organization. And just honored to be here in upstate Piedmont, South Carolina. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization?
Yeah, GenX Security Solutions was started back in 2003. We focus on pretty much anything low voltage. We do design, service, and installation of fire alarm systems, access control, camera systems, network infrastructure, pretty much anything that is, underneath the building that we've got to put together. Data infrastructure as well. We've kind of grown and added different technologies. Pro AV is something that we've added the last couple of years as well.
Very cool. I noticed that you guys service more states than just South Carolina. Can you tell us
Yeah.
about the platform that you guys offer in different states?
That's correct. We have an unlimited low voltage license in Georgia, as well as a specialty low voltage license in North Carolina. So we also have our fire and burglar alarm license in both states.
I also noticed that you guys are really prevalent with AI, adding AI to security systems. Uh, what benefits would you say that offers a lot of facilities?
Well, the big thing about it now is just point of focus, right? So if you have a large campus facility with a lot of cameras on the outside, it's not physically possible for an operator to operate all those cameras. Now, if you're looking at even a large screen with 64 cameras, now if you imagine trying to focus on 64 things at once, it's just not possible. A lot of what the AI does is reduce operator error, reduce operator downtime, but ultimately help the operators and get more informed insights faster. So instead of, is there a question like, hey, is that a vehicle? I don't know what it is. What is the license plate actually reading? The AI helps bridge those gaps to allow them to make faster decisions or completely operator less. Let's say a camera does something like detect a gunshot, right? That with a certain level of certainty, you can apply to the artificial intelligence to do something like, lock down all the doors of the facility and then, send an alert to the local police department and tell them, hey, Sector A, Building 2 detected a gunshot from here. And, based on this other camera over here, we've triangulated, we think the guy's in parking lot C. Or, if you set the tolerance of the AI to be very loosey-goosey, right? It could be old man's jalopy in the parking lot that backfired.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. I could definitely agree with you. I've worked at state and federal facilities with in-house security or in-house police, and they have over 100 views. And in my mind, if everything's important, nothing's important. You can't monitor everything. So definitely with your AI added to security systems, definitely locate potential threats versus this mind overload, I guess. So,
Right. Yeah. And a lot of it's minimizing false alarms too. It's, the boy who cried wolf. And you say, well, somebody's coming. We're getting some sort of camera alert at 2 a.m. every single night. You turn off the alerts on that camera. Lo and behold, it might have been somebody trying to test the system. Trying it, and then once you turn it off, they'll make their move.
gotcha.
So it's one of those things where perfect example too is AI now being applied to pan tilt zoom cameras. Operators love pan tilt zoom cameras because it gives them something to do, to play with. But 99 times out of 100, if something happens, that pan tilt zoom camera is pointed in the wrong direction. But the AI can help minimize that and say, hey, there's somebody walking through the parking lot at 2 a.m. That camera can be on a tour or track that person.
So AI can actually do path reconstruction. Your systems can do that.
Absolutely.
Very cool. That definitely, I could see that helping, especially with some current events that have taken place at different camp facilities. When police come out there, instead of reconstructing it themselves, if the system already has AI, that cuts down on a lot.
Yeah. A lot of it too, post occurrence, building the case, reconstructing that actual, blow by blow what happened, having that actual path and drawing out that narrative inside the legal department is actually extremely helpful for the investigators, as well as judges, juries, prosecutors, you name it. Some of the software will just spit that stuff out. So yeah, it's very helpful. So AI is like anything else; it's just another tool, and is it coming to take your job? Maybe not yet, but it's definitely coming to change your job. And if you're not ready to embrace it, it's just going to become you're making your own job harder.
Hmm.
That's so true. Uh, I guess if a site manager is interested in one of your services, do they have to actually upgrade the whole security system if they already have cameras? Can they add AI or some of your services without doing a hardware update or
Yeah.
switch?
So there's a lot of hardware that we can reuse is another great part too. So a lot of the hardware has latent functionality that combined with some of these, AI insights can give us the ability to make that kind of artificial intelligence judgment using the existing infrastructure, which is great. So, you can save a lot of money, save a lot of hassle. Things like houses of worship, which are particularly difficult to wire, may have had old coax infrastructure installed for cameras. We can still reuse that old coax infrastructure and put AI onto those 20-year-old cameras.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's pretty cool stuff.
And like you said, with historic buildings and churches, they may not want to be destroying the walls.
Right. It can be tough.
Yeah,
Right.
that is helpful. That's helpful. Well, another question for you. A lot of facilities may actually have a list of people that are on trespass notice, or a school may have a no contact order for a particular parent or spouse. If you have a camera, can you actually if you have a photo, can you upload a photo of that person and be so you can't be alerted when they
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, there are a couple different methodologies. The vehicle detection. Say, hey, look, this is a red Mazda CX-5 with a license plate XYZ. So not only would it detect that, say, hey, that vehicle's on the no-fly list, so you're getting the person even before they get out of the car.
Gotcha.
Right? But then they get out of the car, you've already uploaded their image into that database. And, based on a certain pixels per foot percentage, you're going to get higher and higher accuracy of saying, hey, this person isn't supposed to be here. This person isn't supposed to be here. And that alert can be sent in multiple different ways, phone, email, over loudspeakers. Basically, you can trigger kind of any response necessary. Send it directly to the police radios if need be.
Well, if someone does want to move forward with you guys, is it pretty simple to manage their own security system if they don't have security? Like churches, they just want to update and add AI to their security system. Do you have like a big tech support uh, division that can help them, or is it pretty simple for them to manage it themselves and upload, alert, or anything of that nature?
Yeah, we really like to get everybody set up, configured, and make it kind of as easy to operate as possible. And we really get most of the heavy lifting done on the front end. And then, from time to time, there'll be updates and things will change and we can kind of help in. But, training is a big part of the solution, like anything else. Consistent training and a consistent plan is really the best course of action. And, really what we try to do is set everybody up for success.
Hmm. Yeah. We're not going to just put this security system in and give you an instruction manual and say, we're done. We're going to assess the needs and cater and customize the alerts and everything to the customer and what they need to do, and then train them how to use it, make changes and tweaks. When every intricate camera system, if it's integrated even with, access control and whatnot, it's going to take some tweaking, so.
That is so true. And that's what's so nice about working with local businesses. Even though you guys have a big footprint with offices in 3 states, you're still able to have an individual relationship.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
that's important.
Yeah.
Not to say anything bad about our big box companies, but you guys are still involved.
Sure.
So that is great.
Yep.
Yeah, there's, being locally owned and operated, we can really help out these organizations and in ways that, other companies aren't willing to or don't have the ability to because they're so focused on the bottom line or, profit margin where we're actually out here just trying to help people.
A few other questions for you. I know the general public is getting pretty familiar with AI being able to have long gun detection or any type of handgun brandishing and view. Uh, are there any other aspects of like maybe a knife that AI could actually locate, or I guess a fighting stance or quick movement where I guess if in a cafeteria at a school, can it locate kids in a fighting motion? Anything, any quick movements?
Yeah. So, acceleration is a thing that's pretty
Mhm.
easy to test for. So you can tell, oh, that somebody's starting to move a lot more quickly. Somebody threw something. Um,
Loitering,
Yep.
like
Wow.
clusters in the area too,
The
which would be a fight.
audio analytics are another thing too. We integrate, try to with the whole solution, and that builds in a lot of keywords. Let's say you've got some 4-letter words in there.
Wow.
You can detect, aggression and tone of voice, things like that. So you can get a lot closer to that preventative stance, right? So, we will always want to be proactive, not reactive. And a lot of that, there's a cone of certainty, right? Where you're just like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And then it comes down to, hey, something's going to happen. We better do something about it.
And there's third-party integrations too, that'll be able to detect the knives and the guns, even as, um, advanced as a gun that's taken apart, maybe in a pocket or a book bag as well too.
Yeah.
The concealed weapons detection stuff, if it's a barrel or a spring,
Mhm.
that you can have a gun disassembled 20 different ways into 20 different pieces, and it'll flag those pieces getting brought into an environment.
And just wanted to ask if you got both a personal question. Uh, what gives you the drive to stay in this fight to keep our community safe? What gives you the drive to have this business that you have?
I love it. Every day you do something different. We touch every single kind of client, houses of worship, schools, the manufacturing facility, knowing that you're making their place of work and business safe every day is great. So, and then with the evolving technology to it.
Yeah, the fun never ends, as it were. But then that's part of it is it's a constant problem. It's never going to go away.
Uh,
And the sort of cat and mouse of it all, A, keeps it interesting, but B, you really just see day to day that this stuff is happening. And it's not just the nighttime news. So anything we can do to, you know, enforce the concept that it's not an if, it's a when to people, and kind of hedging that risk is really the right thing to do. It's amazing how quickly it'll hit home. When we moved into this office, the movers ended up getting into a gunfight out the front parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah, you never think it'd be as close as that, but it really, even for a security company like us.
You're in the right industry. Yeah, right industry. My hat's off to both you guys. Thank you for what you guys do. And I am not a tech person. I definitely being a law enforcement, I have to deal with technology, but I prefer to actually have experts be able to ask questions and learn how to use it properly. And thank you for what you guys do. It really helps road guys be able to respond safely and in a quick manner. So, with that being said, just want to ask, is there anything else that you want to highlight about the services that you offer that I may have missed? Any other information?
Well, all our consultative services are free. So, if there's anybody, viewing this who has any interest in this stuff, we'll come talk to you, take a look, see what we can do to help.
Yep. We've helped with grants in the past as well, so we can offer that assistance as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of money out there that's just floating around. And we've helped quite a few houses of worship and other facilities pull that money into existence and really help their security stance.
Thank you for what you guys do. It's been an honor being out here at your location. Beautiful facility.
Yeah, thanks
So
for having
thank you.